What if I told you that something you've been told is healthy every single day might not actually be right for your body? What if that famous number, 10,000 steps, is quietly making you feel exhausted, discouraged, or even like you're failing your own health? Take a moment. Think about your day yesterday. Did you reach that number, or did you fall short and feel that subtle guilt creeping in? Before we go any further, if you care about your health and want clear, honest guidance without confusion, gently tap like and subscribe. I'm here to help you understand your body, not overwhelm it. Now, let's talk about something most people don't realize. The idea of walking 10,000 steps a day sounds scientific. It sounds precise. It sounds like a rule your body depends on. But what I'm about to tell you might surprise you. This number didn't come from medical research. It actually started as a marketing slogan decades ago, designed to sell pedometers, not protect your heart, not balance your blood sugar, and not guide your long-term health. And yet today, millions of people are chasing this number without ever asking a critical question. Is this right for my body? I've seen this happen too many times. People in their 40s, 50s, even 60s pushing themselves to hit 10,000 steps, despite fatigue, joint pain, or rising blood sugar, believing they're doing everything right. But their bodies are sending quiet signals. Signals like feeling drained instead of energized, persistent knee or lower back discomfort, cravings increasing after long walks, sleep becoming lighter or more restless. These are not random, they're messages. Because your body is not a step counter, it's a complex system. Your heart, your metabolism, your hormones, all responding differently depending on your age, your health history, and even your stress levels. And here's where it becomes important. Walking is one of the most powerful, natural ways to support your health. It can improve circulation, support heart function, and help regulate blood sugar. But more is not always better, and a fixed number doesn't guarantee results. In fact, for some people, chasing 10,000 steps can quietly backfire, not dramatically, not overnight, but slowly, subtly, in ways most people miss. And that's exactly why we need to look deeper, not at the number on your screen, but at what your body is actually trying to tell you. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever finished a long walk, maybe trying to hit that 10,000 step goal, and instead of feeling refreshed, you felt strangely tired? Not the good kind of tired, not the "I did something healthy" feeling, but a heavy, dragging fatigue that stays with you for hours. Most people don't realize this, but that feeling matters. Your body isn't just counting steps, it's responding to stress. What I'm about to tell you might surprise you, because we often think of walking as effortless, gentle, safe for everyone, and in many ways, it is. But when it's done in excess, especially without listening to your body, it can quietly shift from supportive to stressful. You see, every time you move, your body uses energy. That's normal. But when that movement goes beyond what your body is ready for, especially if you're over 40, dealing with blood sugar fluctuations or not sleeping well, your body starts compensating. It may release more stress hormones like cortisol. And here's where it gets interesting. Elevated cortisol over time is linked to things many people are already struggling with: stubborn belly fat, increased cravings for sugar or carbohydrates, difficulty sleeping deeply, feeling wired but tired. I've seen this happen too many times. Someone believes they're doing everything right. They're walking more, pushing harder, trying to be disciplined. But their body is quietly becoming more stressed, not less. And the result? They feel confused, frustrated, sometimes even defeated. Because no one told them that health isn't just about effort, it's about balance. Now, this doesn't mean walking is bad. Not at all. In fact, walking can be incredibly beneficial for heart health and may help support stable blood sugar levels when done correctly. But the key word here is correctly. For some people, 4,000 to 7,000 steps a day may already provide significant benefits, especially when combined with consistency, proper nutrition, and rest. And yet, they keep pushing toward 10,000, thinking anything less isn't enough. This belief can quietly disconnect you from your body's real needs, because your body doesn't reward numbers. It responds to how you treat it. And sometimes, doing slightly less, but doing it wisely, can create better results than forcing yourself to do more. So if you've been feeling unusually tired, or if your body feels like it's resisting your efforts, it's worth asking yourself. Now let's talk about something that often goes unnoticed, but may be quietly affecting your energy, your weight, and even your long-term health: your blood sugar. Most people associate blood sugar with food, and yes, what you eat plays a major role. But what I'm about to tell you might surprise you. The way you move your body can also influence how stable or unstable your blood sugar becomes. And this is where walking, especially long or intense walking sessions, can have different effects depending on your body. I've seen this happen too many times. Someone goes out for a long walk, determined to reach that 10,000 step goal. At first, everything feels fine, maybe even good. But a few hours later, they feel shaky, hungry, irritable, or they suddenly crave something sweet, something quick. That's not a lack of willpower. That's your body responding. You see, when you walk for extended periods, especially without proper fueling, your body uses glucose for energy. That's normal. But if your blood sugar drops too quickly, your body tries to correct it. And that correction often shows up as cravings, fatigue, or even a sudden drop in focus. For individuals already dealing with insulin resistance or early signs of metabolic imbalance, this effect may feel stronger. And here's the part most people don't realize. If this cycle repeats, long walks, followed by energy crashes, followed by cravings, it can make it harder to maintain steady blood sugar throughout the day. Not because walking is harmful, but because the pattern isn't aligned with your body's needs. On the other hand, shorter, more consistent walks, especially after meals, may help support more stable blood sugar levels. Even 10 to 15 minutes of gentle movement after eating can assist your body in using glucose more efficiently. It's not about exhausting your system. It's about guiding it. What I'm about to say might change how you think about exercise. Sometimes the goal isn't to burn more energy, it's to create stability, to avoid the highs and lows that leave you feeling drained, foggy, or constantly hungry. And if you've ever felt like your energy crashes for no clear reason, or your cravings seem to come out of nowhere, your body might already be trying to tell you something, not loudly, but consistently. And once you start listening, everything begins to shift. There's another side to this that almost no one talks about, and it has nothing to do with calories, step counts, or even your heart rate. It has to do with your joints. Let me ask you something gently. Do your knees ever feel stiff when you stand up? Do your hips feel tight after a long day? Or maybe there's a subtle discomfort in your lower back that you've started to ignore? Most people don't realize this, but these small signals matter more than any number on your step counter. Because while walking is generally low impact, repeating the same movement thousands of times, day after day, can slowly add stress to your joints, especially if your body isn't fully supported. I've seen this happen too many times. Someone increases their daily steps with good intentions. They feel motivated, disciplined, proud of their consistency, but over time, something shifts. A slight ache becomes more noticeable. A bit of stiffness starts lasting longer. Recovery takes more time than it used to, and instead of questioning the routine, they push harder, thinking they just need to stay consistent. But here's what your body might be trying to say. It's not just about movement. It's about how you move. Your walking surface, your footwear, your posture, your muscle strength, all of these play a role in how your body absorbs impact. If your muscles aren't strong enough to support your joints, the load doesn't disappear, it transfers, often to your knees, your hips, your lower back, and over time, this can lead to discomfort that makes movement feel less enjoyable, sometimes even discouraging you from staying active at all. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop walking. Not at all. Walking remains one of the simplest and most accessible ways to support your health. It can improve circulation, gently strengthen your heart, and help maintain mobility as you age. But here's the key. Your body benefits more from balanced movement than repetitive strain. Adding gentle strength exercises, stretching, or even reducing your total steps slightly, while improving quality, may help support your joints more effectively than simply chasing a higher number, because the goal isn't just to move more today, it's to keep moving comfortably for years to come. And if your body has been whispering through stiffness or discomfort, it might be time to listen, before those whispers become something louder. There's something even deeper we need to talk about, and it's often the most overlooked part of all, your heart. Now, you might be thinking, isn't walking supposed to be good for my heart? Yes, it absolutely can be, but what I'm about to tell you might surprise you. Not all walking affects your heart in the same way. Most people assume that hitting a certain number of steps automatically means they're improving their cardiovascular health. But your heart doesn't measure steps. It responds to intensity, rhythm, and recovery. I've seen this happen too many times. Someone walks all day, slowly, casually, checking off steps here and there, and feels confident they've done enough for their heart. But when we look closer, their heart rate barely changed. Their breathing stayed almost the same. Their cardiovascular system was never truly challenged. And over time, this can create a false sense of security, because movement alone isn't always enough to strengthen the heart. Your heart is a muscle. And like any muscle, it benefits from being gently challenged, then allowed to recover. This doesn't mean you need intense workouts or exhausting routines. In fact, for many people, especially over 40, extreme intensity may not be necessary at all, but small changes can make a meaningful difference. For example, walking at a slightly faster pace for short periods, adding gentle inclines or stairs, focusing on steady, rhythmic breathing. These subtle shifts can help elevate your heart rate just enough to support cardiovascular function without overwhelming your body. And here's something important most people don't realize. Even a shorter walk with the right intensity may provide more heart-supporting benefits than a very long, slow walk. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what your body actually responds to, because your heart doesn't care if you reach 10,000 steps. It cares whether it was engaged, supported, and allowed to adapt. So if you've been walking every day but still feel like your stamina hasn't improved, or you get tired more easily than expected, it may not be a lack of effort. It may simply be that your heart hasn't been given the right kind of signal. And once you understand that, you can start making small, powerful adjustments that truly support your health from the inside out. Now, there's one more piece of this that almost no one considers. And it may be the reason why some people feel like they're doing everything right, yet still not seeing the results they expected. Your daily routine. Not just your steps, but when and how those steps happen. Most people don't realize this, but your body follows rhythms. Quiet, internal patterns that influence your energy, your metabolism, even how your body responds to movement throughout the day. And when your routine works against those rhythms, even healthy habits can feel less effective. I've seen this happen too many times. Someone walks late at night, trying to finish their steps. Maybe they've had a long day, and those last few thousand steps happen when their body is already tired. Or they push themselves early in the morning without proper rest, thinking discipline alone will carry them through. But instead of feeling better, they feel off, restless at night, low energy the next morning, mentally foggy, even after doing something healthy. What I'm about to tell you might surprise you. timing can influence how your body benefits from movement. For example, gentle walks after meals, especially after lunch or dinner, may help support digestion and more stable blood sugar levels. Short walks in natural light earlier in the day can help regulate your internal clock, supporting better sleep later at night. But forcing long walks when your body is already fatigued may not provide the same benefits, because your body doesn't just need activity, it needs recovery. And this is where many people unintentionally go wrong. They stay consistent with steps, but inconsistent with rest. They push through fatigue instead of adjusting. They measure success by numbers instead of how they feel. And over time, this can create a quiet imbalance. Not something dramatic, not something obvious, but something you feel in your energy, in your sleep, in your motivation. The truth is, your body thrives on rhythm, not pressure. It responds best when movement, rest, and nourishment are working together, not competing with each other. So, if your routine feels forced, if you're squeezing in steps just to meet a number, it might be time to gently shift your approach. Because when your habits align with your body's natural rhythm, everything starts to feel easier, lighter, more sustainable. And that's where real, lasting health begins. So now let me ask you something honestly. What if the goal was never 10,000 steps? What if the real goal was understanding your body well enough to give it exactly what it needs? No more, no less. Most people don't realize this, but health isn't built on a single number. It's built on awareness, on small, consistent choices that support your body instead of silently exhausting it. And this is where everything begins to come together. Walking is powerful. It truly is. It can support your heart, help regulate blood sugar, improve mood, and keep your body mobile as you age, but only when it's done in a way that respects your limits and works with your body, not against it. I've seen this happen too many times. People chase a number for months, even years. They stay committed, disciplined, focused, but deep down, they feel tired more often than they expected. They don't see the progress they hoped for. They quietly wonder, what am I missing? And the answer is rarely more effort. It's usually more understanding, because your body is always communicating with you through your energy levels, through your sleep quality, through how you feel after you move, not just during it. What I'm about to say might stay with you. If you finish a walk feeling energized, clear-headed, and steady, that's a sign you're on the right path. If you consistently feel drained, sore, or unusually hungry afterward, that's your body asking for adjustment, not more pressure. For many people, a balanced range, something like 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day, combined with gentle intensity, proper rest, and mindful timing, may be enough to support long-term health. Not because it's a perfect number, but because it allows your body to adapt without being overwhelmed. And if someday you naturally go beyond that, that's fine too. But it should feel like a choice your body is ready for, not a rule you're forced to follow. So the next time you look at your step count, pause for a moment. And instead of asking, did I hit 10,000? Ask something far more important. How does my body feel today? Because that answer is far more powerful than any number you'll ever see on a screen.